Okay, we're going to start the webinar now for Art at KCC. Thank you for the attendees who are here watching. What we're going to do is the attendees are presently on mute, so we can't hear or see you. We're just aware of your names. If you want to ask a question, you'll see the chat facility towards the right-hand side of the screen on the panel. So please put in any questions that you want answering and we'll answer them either as we go along or at the end of the presentation. So as you can see, my name is Linda Manning. I'm here just to host this event for you. I'm going to pass you over to your tutor in a moment who's going to be able to explain a little bit more in depth about the course. So firstly, I'm just going to give you a very quick rundown of the support which we have at Knowsley if you're going to be a Knowsley student. Okay, so firstly and most importantly, we are still open. Let me just move this. Okay, applications are still open. Hopefully you've already applied at college. You've had your interview in your place, but if you applied after we've gone into lockdown, you will be expecting a phone call or communication from ourselves over this next week to firm up that offer. If you haven't yet done that and you want to be looked at as a potential candidate for a September start, please go online on the web page and apply using the tab button there. Right, these are a list of the different qualifications. As you can see, art and design is mentioned there. Briefly about college pays, this is our support package for students. So 16 to 18-year-olds have free course fees. We give a free breakfast as long as you're around about 10 minutes before your lesson is due. So for a 9 o'clock start, that would mean in college for 10 to 9. There is a free college bus. So that's a dedicated bus from a number of locations which will bring you into college and also take you home at the end of the day. A free college bus pass, so that is either Arriva or Mersey Travel, which can bring you in at a time to suit you in the morning and again take you home. Microsoft Office and free student discounts, which include things like discounts from the NUS. Next slide shows our safeguarding and wellbeing team. And it's been a very strange time this year. I can imagine particularly difficult for year 11s who missed out on things like the prom and the joy of taking the GCSEs and BTECs. But we've got a big team here at college who are ready and able to look after you. There's a large student services team, but particularly the ladies and gentlemen on this slide are part of our safeguarding and wellbeing team. They are here to help with any difficulties, any problems with transition and so on. So if there are any difficulties, and I will put my email in the chat facility, please get in contact and you can make links with these safeguarding team at this stage. Okay, final slide is just about the social, so ways to keep in contact with us. And one message which I want to reiterate is please make sure that we have your correct email and phone number, because that's the way which we are contacting students during lockdown at the minute. And that's the way which we'll be sending out information about enrolment. Okay. Right, I can see here we have a new attendee. Hopefully you picked up most of that information. If not, please ask in the chat section, which is on the right hand side of your screen. But I am now going to pass you over to one of the art tutors who's going to explain a little bit more about the course.
So I'm Jim Morgan. I'm a curriculum manager for the art and design area for St Helens College and the Knowsley campus. So what I'm trying to do this afternoon is show you the Knowsley campus details, but also the St Helens version as well, because Knowsley have run courses this year, but it does depend on student numbers. So we're hoping to run a level 2 and a level 3 in Knowsley, and we did last year, but we only ran the level 2 because of the numbers. So that's the reason why I'll show you both Knowsley and St Helens, so that if courses don't run at Knowsley, you'll see what's available to you at St Helens. Okay. Okay, we've seen slides. Okay, this is on a timer, most of it anyway now, so. So there's all the careers within art and design, so there's quite a lot there really. There's more than you ever think. Art and designing covers loads of different things. These are some of the workshops and the practical experiences. So you know, we've got studios, we've got workshops, we've got specialist IT, we've got printer facilities, graphic design, ceramics, yeah. So we've got sort of 2 large studios. One's a big workshop with 3D materials in as well. You can see some of the printing there. We've got black and white photography as well, studios at KCC. So this is some of the work. National Diploma in, this is level 3 if it does run, which we hope to do in arts practice. This is the tutor there in the middle, right in the centre, in the black, in the blue dress is Leanne. She's one of your tutors you may have seen or recognise. So again, student work, fashion work as well, and some drawing and collage. Okay. This is the story of David Marks, who's an ex-student who's done really well in the fashion world. Okay. This is, hopefully that gave you a bit of an indication of the sort of facilities that we have. This is the particular courses that we're trying to run at Knowsley. So we've got a level 2. This is a brand new course actually. It's only, we only got it validated yesterday to run it, and it's a fresh new course offered by BTEC. We have run level 2s for, well, I have for about 35 years, a long time. But this is called Art and Design Skills. So it's a slightly different course, and it's all about skilling students up to be able to go into any field of art and design. So it's a general 1-year course. It's worth 3 GCSEs. So we're hoping that students obtain or gain at least one pass grade, grade 4 really above, 4 to 9. And it's worth 3 GCSEs at the end of that course. And we're also hoping to run, if possible, then the level 3 National Diploma in Art and Design Practice. And if you do that, you can do that in 1 year, achieve the National Diploma, and then go on to top that up in the 2nd year on the Extended Diploma. If you do want to change your mind after 1 year, you can do that. All right. If you're on a one-year program, you can do that and say, right, I've tried art and design, but now I want to try media, or I want to try another area, yeah, engineering or something like that, whatever. And so after 1 year, you do end up with a qualification. Whereas if you're doing A levels, after 1 year and you left, you wouldn't actually get anything at all. You would have no quals. So the 1 year structure is good for giving you something if you do change your mind. Okay. Okay. And at St Helens, you can progress to higher education. So you can do a level 2, a level 3, and then go on to the university courses at St Helens. So you're on those 2 courses, it depends on your GCSE results. Okay, your results come out in about the 20th of August, and from that point you'll then know what you've got, what you've achieved, and then you bring your qualifications into college, hopefully if we're all here, and we'll then look at your results and then advise you whether you can go on to the level 2 or the level 3. All right. But it depends on your results, and often we don't know those, do we, until your results come out. Unless you're slightly older and you've got your qualifications already, then we can just discuss that a little bit sooner. So that's my details right at the bottom, Jim Morgan. That number is my works number, so that's wrong at the moment, but the email is right. It's jmorgan@sthelens.ac.uk. All right, so if you've got any questions about this or anything later on, don't be afraid to sort of contact me and I'll try and get in touch with you. Okay, this is the St Helens information. All right, so if courses don't run for any reason at Knowsley, then this is what the alternative in St Helens. So we actually run a course below level 2, the level 1 course. That's a 1-year course, and that's for students who've got in the old currency F's and E's, or the new versions is grade 1s or grade 2s, somewhere there in terms of your qualifications when you've got them in August. Right, so that's a 1-year course. It's very experimental, very diverse. We do a lot of live projects on that course. There's 2 live projects. And once you complete that course, it's worth 4 grade 3s. Okay, you can't quite see the number there. It's grade 3s. And then you could progress on to the level 2 after that 1 year. So if you don't do brilliantly or other things have happened at school, then the level 1 might be suitable. Okay. If you do okay and you get some pass grades, so say up to 3 grade 1s to 3s, then you could go on to the level 2, but we like you to have 1 grade 4 if possible or above. And again, that's a 1-year course, skilling you up like the other Knowsley course. It's exactly the same course as Knowsley. Because often we've got the same tutors delivering the same course at Knowsley and St Helens. So they're travelling from different campuses. Okay, and then if you do even better, you don't need to do the level 1 or level 2. You go straight onto the level 3, and that's the same at Knowsley as well. So your results that you do and have been estimated by your schools and for your GCSEs will matter a lot, you know, to which course you'd be suitable for. All right, so some students need to do the level 1 and 2, but some other students don't. Okay, they come directly onto the level 3. And then again, this is another new course. We've run BTEC courses for a long time, but this is a new arts practice course. And that's again in the same vein that you do a 1-year course, you can end up with a qualification, and then you can top that up to the extended diploma. Again, it's very broad in terms of the art and design. It's very broad in terms of giving you loads of different skills, and giving you, you know, the idea that what you want to do as a career. That's the intention of all these courses, is to give you lots of dips into lots of different subjects. And schools sometimes don't do all these subjects. So you might not have tried ceramics, you might not have tried photography. We've got all those facilities at St Helens and Knowsley. So you try them out, you think, oh yeah, that's for me now. And then you've got your career sort of, or at least you're getting to know what you do and don't like. All right, but the main thing is you have a go at everything. All right, you can't not do things. You just have to sort of dip in, and people enjoy things more of one subject than another, don't they? So, but the importance is to have a go. So there, the level 3 courses, you need to have a minimum of 4 GCSEs, grade 4 to 9. Okay, so you might have at least 4, but 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever. Yeah, but we also expect you to have English language or literature and or maths. So you need to get an English GCSE and or a maths GCSE. You need to have passed at least one of them. All right. If you don't pass one of them, then you'll do that additionally to this course. So it's part of your core studies, if you like. All right, your study program it's called. So you do this course plus an English GCSE or a maths GCSE, but not both. Okay, at level 3. So you need to get one of them, but we do accept language, English language or literature. So if you get a 3 for your language, but you get a 4 for your literature, we would still accept you at level 3. Okay. We've also got at St Helens a slightly different course. It's the one in brown there. That's called the AIMS Award, and that's a different awarding body is called AIMS. All right, and they do a games, animation, and VFX. And the VFX stands for what it says in the brackets: visual effects. So it's it's really good in terms of employability. It's great for that. The course has been developed around employers and what they expect in the sort of those industries. So the software you would develop and learn is quite extensive. We started this last year. This is the first year. No, 2 years ago. Sorry, this is the first year we've got students finishing, and it was developed from courses that were in the northeast. It's actually from Sunderland, and they wanted a college in the northwest to do a similar course, and our games department found out, and it was agreed that we'd do that. So this is a particular course in the northwest for this course. No other course no other college does this in the northwest. So we do attract students from quite a long way away to do this. So. But you do, for that course, you do need to have maths. Maths is quite important because there's a lot of software, and there's a maths sort of type exam with that. So not to put you off, but it is something that you need to be aware of. All right. So there's coding and things like that, which are something I don't do, but you do need good maths apparently to do that. Okay, and then at the bottom in green, there's a level 4. That's for students who have already achieved a level 3. So they've already done an A level or 2 A levels or a national diploma worth 1.5 A levels. So, and that's for students who then perhaps choose art again and want a bit more information and develop the skills in a particular area so that they know what to do at university. All right. And again, the degree courses at the bottom in fine art, graphic design, games art, or media production. So some students do change their minds to try things out, but you then can change that. So I know this is what Linda's probably been through, but you want you to have a good record of achievement. We want you to achieve the qualification. You will do English and maths if you haven't already achieved those in all the different levels. So until you've actually achieved a GCSE from 4 to a 9, you will always do a maths course of some sort with your art studies. Okay, there is bursaries and so on, and Linda's already mentioned that. Art packs, we are planning to get some art packs in. We're going to spend probably just over £20 each on those, but we will expect you to pay £10 of that. So we get some of it, a recoup of that money, not all of it, but half. And that will allow you to hopefully work from home and independently. So especially in line with where we are with the virus, at least that way, everybody's got the same sort of starting pack and have got, you know, a good range of pens and the right sort of paints and those sort of things. All right. So it's just be aware of that. I've put on this the contact details. So there's myself, and Leanne has been the program leader at Knowsley last year for the level 2. Shirley's level 3 at Knowsley and St Helens if needed. And they're the other program team at St Helens. But obviously you can just email me, or it's basically your first initial and your surname followed by at sthelens.ac.uk. Yeah, well, if I just talk about the facilities a little bit more, if we've got a couple of minutes.
Yeah, that's fine.
At St Helens, we do have really good studios. We've got a printmaking studio with a specialist to sort of ink lino cuts and etchings and that sort of thing. We've got two textiles rooms. One's with screen printing, long tables for screen printing, so we can produce repeat patterns and things like that over a piece of material that could be 20 meters. We've got a fashion room, which includes sewing machines, about a dozen sewing machines and overlockers. And that's kept clean because we have evening classes as well, students who come to just do sewing classes. We've got photography, that's really excellent. It's got black and white studios. We've got dark rooms of black and white and colour. A lot of colleges and schools got rid of their facilities like that years ago. We kept them all, we wanted to keep them, and things come back into fashion, and they have. So we offer, you know, both the analog, which is a sort of traditional black and white and colour processing, and also the digital side. So we've got all of those facilities. So you can take pictures, you can draw, you can digitize them, you can mess around in both fields really, which is lovely really, and it's good for students to get all that experience. We've got really good workshops up in the top on the top floor. We've got ceramics. I teach 3D, so it's ceramics, wood, metal, plastics. We dabble in glass. We've got jewellery classes in the evenings who do silversmithing. So the facilities are excellent, really. And they're really good because then you can try out all these things. You can dabble in metal, or you can dabble in wood or wire or ceramics. Find out your little niche, yeah. And the same with 2D. So, and obviously we've got computers. We've got the sort of traditional PCs, but we've got a lot of specialist you know, PCs and Apple Macs for all the artwork. So Photoshop and all those sort of things, and the games industry have got their specialist software on those as well. So the access is very good. And the thing is, you can start at level 1, you can progress gradually up, or filter in at any of those points, and then go and do a degree here as well. So it's important that you recognise that, you know, if the courses don't happen in Knowsley, there are courses at St Helens that you do. And as I say, there's 4 students who last year did the level 3 art course, and all hopefully have passed. We're hoping that they have at least. We won't know until the A-level results come out on the level 3 in the middle of August. So, but they've all done, and they're all progressing on to our second year, the extended diploma this year. So just be aware of those things, really. All right. Have there any questions then, Linda? Or?
Right, so I can't see any questions have come up so far. So just to say 1 more minute, if you'd like to have a chance, any of the attendees to type as a question. And just whilst you're having that opportunity, I just want to reiterate again the key message of making sure that we have your correct details, contact details, email and phone, because at the minute, all the communication from college is coming generally on email, but also maybe a text message or a phone call. So as long as we've got those details, you will be kept in the loop as to if there are any changes to the traditional enrolment, which is going to be happening over the summer, and also for college start and any changes there. And again, we're all just led completely by the government websites and information which they're handing out for best practice to make sure that we look after yourselves and ourselves as well. Okay.
Can I just add, if you didn't manage to take my email down, if you've got Linda's email, then if you email Linda and ask your question, she'll forward it on to me, and then hopefully we can get in touch that way. So don't worry if you haven't had a chance to sort of write it down. Just email Linda back, and we'll start the chat. All right.
That's great.
Thanks for, very much for coming.
Okay, thanks very much for yourself, Jim, and for the attendees today. Okay, bye-bye.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Okay, bye.